I'm Karen Bufka from the League of Women Voters in the Northeast Kingdom. We're here at Kingdom Access TV recording 3 different interviews of 3 candidates who are running for 2 one-year seats on the St. Johnsbury Select Board. Since this is the only contested race on the St. Johnsbury ballot for town meeting day, we thought it would be helpful to give you an opportunity to hear directly from these candidates. We're asking them the exact same list of questions so that you can compare and figure out who you think would best serve St. Johnsbury as a select person for the next year. So please enjoy the videos and please contact the candidates if you have any questions for them. Thank you. And I'm here today with Dennis Smith, who is running for a 1-year term as select person here in St. Johnsbury. I'm going to ask him some questions so that you have the opportunity to hear from him and get to know him a bit before you cast your vote on March 5th or earlier if you vote early. I will be interviewing all 3 of the candidates in the 1 contested race on St. Johnsbury's ballot for 2 one-year seats on the St. Johnsbury Select Board, so that you will have the opportunity to hear all of them answer the exact same list of questions. The other 2 candidates are Brendan Hughes and Mitchell Jones, so look for their interviews too. Just a brief word about the League of Women Voters. We are a national, nonpartisan volunteer organization open to all genders, which has been helping our democracy to work better since 1920 by encouraging the informed and active participation of citizens in government. If you think you might be interested in helping us do what we do here in the Northeast Kingdom, please contact us. Now, I thought I'd read a little bit about the duties of the Select Board so you know what Dennis and Brendan and Mitchell are signing up to potentially help with. So select boards have either 3 or 5 select persons, which serve overlapping terms of between 1 and 3 years. Now here in St. Johnsbury, we have a 5 select person board. Select persons are responsible for the general supervision of the affairs of town and must cause to be performed all duties required of the town not committed by law to the care of any particular officer. Now by officer meaning the treasurer or the manager, so forth. The Select Board may enact ordinances and rules in many areas, including traffic regulation, regulating nuisances, managing solid waste, dogs recreation, and establishing bike paths. It warns all town meetings and specifies business to be conducted at the meeting, including proposing an annual budget. So there's many other, like the Select Board must authorize all town expenditures by signing orders for the treasurer to draw funds. It supervises the expenditure of the highway fund and has charge of keeping town highways in repair. So you could see it's a large variety of important tasks that we need in order to keep our town running. Dennis, thank you so much for coming to talk with us. What inspired you to step up to serve our community in St. Johnsbury in this way?
Last year, 2 of the select board members at that time were stepping down, and I was asked if I'd consider running. And after giving it some thought, I decided it might be something I would be interested in, and I was retiring from my work in June of that year, so I thought I'd have time to devote to it. That's basically the reasons that I ran. I thought I could serve the town, and I would have the opportunity.
What life experience do you have that is relevant to doing the work of a member of the Select Board?
I served on the Development Review Board for a little over 3 years before I ran for Select Board, which gave me a small taste of town government and process. I was the facilities director for St. Johnsbury Academy for roughly 11 or 12 years. I did several other supervisory jobs as well as working as a custodian there. It gave me experience in buildings, snow removal, some road maintenance, construction, permitting processes, things that are useful in town management. In doing these jobs, I learned to work with people, interact with people every day to accomplish what had to be done or solve problems.
Please describe the personal qualities and skills you feel you could bring to serving the community of St. Johnsbury on its Select Board.
the skills that I've acquired over my job experience, and the fact, as I mentioned, being able to work with people, which is a good part of the select board. We are elected by the people of the town, and we serve the people and the town by moving the town forward, keeping it operating as efficiently as we possibly can.
What about a personal quality?
Patience, being able to understand. It's a balancing. When you try to blend someone's need with the needs of the town, sometimes it can be done, sometimes you can't sacrifice the needs of the town for the individual. And it's but you need to listen, because we can't, and the town officers and employees can't possibly be everywhere and see everything, which is why input from the public is very valuable. We open every meeting of the select board with public comment. All the meetings are warned and they're open to the public. We encourage people to come and share their thoughts and needs with us. Our names and our phone numbers, our emails are all posted on the town website, and I believe on Front Porch Forum.
So input from the community is welcome.
It's welcome and
needed.
It's valuable.
Yeah.
Very valuable.
Thank you. Is there anything you have learned from other communities, either positive or negative, which will inform your perspective as a member of the select board about how best to handle challenges, but also move St. Johnsbury forward?
No, I always, when I read the paper or see an article on the news, I'm always particularly interested in what other boards are doing, how they're handling issues that may come up, how they react with their citizens. I like to think I can learn from those experiences. Hopefully so that we can do a better job here in St. Johnsbury of serving the people. I think the biggest thing, as I just mentioned, is that we need to be responsive to the town as a whole, as much as possible.
How will you use this opportunity as an elected leader to build community? Do you have a sense of how you might be able to inspire our neighbors here in St. Johnsbury to participate in building community too?
I think just to encourage them to participate. I would very much encourage everyone, if you know of an issue or have a problem, don't assume that the town is aware of it. The town, whether it's the Public Works Department or the town administration or the select board, we may not be aware that you have an issue. Please share it with us. The problems we can't fix are the ones we don't know about. Not to say we can fix every problem, but we at least will listen. The town manager, Chad, is very responsive. Public Works is good. They do as much as they possibly can, and we're always ready to listen, whether it's emails, phone calls, text messages. Stop us on the street and speak to us. I have neighbors and people talk to me, mention things all the time, and that's more than welcome.
So the sense that I get from your answer is that staying in communication with each other as members of this community is the way that we're going to build it. And,
yes.
All of us listening and talking,
yes.
That way we are all much more informed.
The board and the town administration and staff can't operate in isolation. They need input from the town. It's very valuable.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, that's a good reminder to us. I mean, I certainly have had an opportunity to call up Chad and ask him a question, and it did feel that it was a welcome. I felt very welcome. Not like he didn't want to talk to me. It was clear he was willing to talk with me, and he was very responsive. So that that sense of that we're all part of this together has been true in my experience.
It can't just be the board running the town with the input with the town manager. It's the town working with the board. They elect the board. The town elects the select board. And we work for the town to better the town, to keep it moving forward as efficiently as we can.
Well, thank you, Dennis. I really appreciate your sharing your insights and, stepping up, quite frankly. I'm glad that you and Brendan and Mitchell are stepping up to be willing to serve your neighbors, all of us here in St. Johnsbury, because we're all we're basically neighbors, all of us.
Yeah,
so,
we are.
So thank you so much. I'm just going to say a couple things about town meeting day. Please vote, everyone, on town meeting day, which is Tuesday, March 5th. Or you can vote early or absentee as well. It's really easy and it's kind of cool. You can either stop by the town clerk's office or you can go online to the Secretary of State's website and visit the My Voter page, where it will tell you whether or not you're registered. And if you're not registered, it'll direct you right to the correct page to register. You can even find a link about absentee ballots and registration on St. Johnsbury's town website, which is very cool. You can check your registration, but also at the My Voter page, or ask Stacy Jewell and the team at the town clerk's office. And you can also, as I said, do the registration online on My Voter page. As well as, of course, as I said, requesting an absentee ballot there. Once again, if you don't register before town meeting day, you can still just show up at the polls on March 5th at the St. Johnsbury School and register and vote right there. Now, Vermont is cool in so many ways, but one of the ways it's cool is that it is making it as easy as possible for all of us to participate. So if you don't get organized and register before March 5th, just show up at the polls at the St. Johnsbury School and you can register and vote right there. So please do. And we need everyone's voices so that we can build a strong community that reflects all of us, especially on town meeting day when we are making decisions about our town, who will take care of it in various ways, how we will spend our money on the needs of our town and on the education of our children. This is democracy about as pure as democracy can be, so we're lucky. And please, we need your voices. Please vote on town meeting day. Thank you. And thank you, Dennis.
You're welcome.